From to Provo, Utah, LaBelle Edwards Stadium, home to the 1984 national champion BYU Cougars, and this, one of the more intimidating venues in all of college football. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game, as we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Texas Longhorns, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the BYU Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. us underway. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The run from the shotgun.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
The Cougars in a good spot here with second and short. Might be changing the route. To the air, it's Nelson. Quarterback now breaking the field. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
One thing you know about this defense, they have got a pass rush, and you cannot be predictable, especially when it comes to throwing the football. There is too much athleticism and length up front on this defensive line and in their front seven, and they register a sack early here on only the second play of the game.
Motion from the wide receiver. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Complete to the left. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Right there, I think you need a better play call. You got to help your quarterback out a little bit because the throw has got to at least make it to the sticks. On that last play, you're basically trusting the guy to make a few dudes miss in order to go pick up that first down. I think you need to start being a bit more aggressive here when these third downs present themselves.
Complete. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
They're dealing with a second and long. In the backfield, it's Braswell. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover, and you saw a great example of it with that running back.
Third down coming up, and the Cougar faithful are doing everything they can to help out this team. They'll go with a direct snap. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
The Longhorns will punt this one away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Gets it out of there for the first time today and didn't see much of him in that loss a week ago. Called on just once. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They're working that left side. At the 45 on his way. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
This defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Makes the catch. It's Nakua. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
The Cougars can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll try the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, how about that defense? On the snap, they are in the backfield with great penetration. Nowhere to go for the running back. That defense was sitting on G, waiting on O.
It'll be 3rd and long. Quarterback making adjustments. Dropping back, it's Nelson. Looking down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
They'll try the counter. And this one will be stopped for no gain. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Both sides trying to find a little rhythm and efficiency and move the ball some here as we start the second quarter.
Base 27 jump. Base 27 jump. Ready.
They'll move the wide receiver. Early movement on the offense will push them back a bit. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First play of the period will be a 2nd down.
Fly trumpet.
Find some fresh air. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right? Having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
Back to throw, it's Nelson. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Makes the grab. And they get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
I really like this offense staying aggressive. They were in field goal range, but nice job on 3rd down. Forget that. Let's go get the 1st down. Let's throw the football. Nice read, nice catch. Now set up with a 1st and goal situation.
BYU lines up with a 1st and goal. Here comes the heat. Flips it out on the screen. Looking for the end zone. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, BYU! They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So an 82-yard drive there. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. They'll run it from the gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Pulls and throws out the RPO. Turns it on in midfield. There he goes to the left. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
To throw, it's Croman Hoke. Flips it out to the back. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Man, oh. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. Touchdown, Texas! Great job by the back on the option.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And the extra point is good. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Pac-12 teams colliding today in a huge matchup, and now it's a final. West Virginia looked like a program ready to take the next step after a big road win today. This was a complete team effort from the Mountaineers. Offense, defense, and special teams doing its part. Heck of a showing. This game may or may not impact the college football playoff, fellas, but it's bound to shake up the Pac-12 standards.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Grabbed behind the line. It's Clapp. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Looking to throw, it's Nelson. Under fire. Oh, the ball is wiggled free near their own goal line. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
Nice football intelligence, understanding I'm not going to get to the quarterback, I'm not going to sack him, but if I get a mid up in the air, if I get one of those paws up there while he's throwing it, I can get the deflection and still ruin the screen pass. Really nice job by that defense.
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Wide receiver going in motion. To the air on 1st down. Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Sends it back in motion. Looking to fire. going for it all. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He'll take another shot here. Touchdown, Longhorns! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Back to throw, it's Nelson. Fires to the tight end. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. It'll be a run on third and short. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. BYU coming to the line with 1st and 10. He wants to change this route. Wants to go up top on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Pratt. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can't stop the clock. And the Cougars want to move quickly. Looking downfield on first down. Under fire. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To the air, it's Nelson. He's got him this time. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. The Cougars come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here.
Here we go, here we go.
Third down play from the gun. Finds his tight end. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. BYU will try to boot it deep to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
He's got it out to the 37 after gaining 5.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half if they...
Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. Takes it the other way. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position.
And how about this defense, man? You talk about providing a spark and some energy. They make the big interception. I think most importantly, Jesse, set their offense up in ridiculous field position.
And that's one thing this defense practices so much throughout the week, right? It's creating turnovers. They are so opportunistic on that side of the football. They've got athletes. They've got dudes that are dangerous once they get the ball in their hands. And you saw it right there on that tremendous return.
Rushes on him. And the quarterback is knocked down back in the 13.
I love the awareness by the defense here. Everyone thinking first down, down close to the goal line. The offense is going to run the football, right? But this defense was ready for the chance that the offense might throw it. So defenders playing the pass and getting upfield, getting to the QB. Awesome job.
Back to throw, it's Nelson. He's got it on the run. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
They love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. He might want another play. Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Flushed out of the pocket. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And this offense trusted their quarterback. 3rd down and short, they give him the football, tell him to go make a play. Nothing open, what does he do? We're in field goal range. We're in a good spot here. Throws the football away, makes the right decision.
And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. Dead center perfect. That'll bring him to within 4. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the American. North Carolina is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Ramses isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 7 over Tulane. We'll circle back. If anything big happens in this clash in the American, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Motion from the back. Going right to work up top. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game. Throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Banging slithering whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
It is deafening in here, soaked in noise as BYU tries to get a stop on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up fourth down, they only have a one-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen.
Breaks into the open. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15.
Football 7. Let's go.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
I think a trait of a running back that you really look for is a guy that can bust tackles. Man, a guy that can make something out of nothing when it's not there. And just a really good job breaking the tackle, continuing to keep the play alive, and never quit.
Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Motion from the wideout. Making side adjustments here. Wants to throw. It's Nelson. And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. The defense burns their 3rd and final timeout of the half. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal?
6 remain. 6 remain.
Wide receiver comes in motion.
Ready. Stand. Okay, ready. Stand.
Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal?
Down.
Back to pass. Throws for the tight end. Trying to ball his way out. Touchdown, Cougar! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. Working that left side. The freshman brought down after bringing that one in.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll snap it just shy of midfield. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. We've reached the break. BYU is on top. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. To the air. It's Croman Hope. It's complete on the right side. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense. Gets a turnover.
Well, the quarterback got it to his receiver quickly and gave him an opportunity to make a few moves after the catch, but he's got to do a better job with ball security that time. That is a costly fumble.
BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. From the gun, running back gets the give. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. The Cougars can really attack on this second and short.
Cooler. More base bait. More base bait.
They'll try the right side. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense set for a first down play. Here's a quick throw out to the left. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now on second down. Quarterback may change this route. Motion from the wide receiver. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And now on second down for this offense. Quick pass on the jet motion. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
A third down try for the offense.
22, order, ready.
They'll move the wide receiver. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. It's complete to the left. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. That play didn't have much of a chance to get the first down. Good job by the defense keeping everything in front.
Great job keeping everything in front, and most importantly, making the tackles. Dropping back deep, knowing it's 3rd and long, but I got to get the guy on the ground and rally to the football.
Big tight end makes the grab, first down, still on his feet. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And how about this coach, man? Trusting their offense, trusting their guys. You could punt the football away here on 4th down and see if your defense can end this game, but he wanted to end it on offense. He trusted his guys, and that is a huge 4th down conversion late in this football game.
Might be calling a hot route. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. And the Cougars come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. The give to the fullback. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster.
Well, they're trying to hand it off to the fullback for a quick hitter, but just nowhere to go. The defensive line, great job getting penetration to set up that play.
Gotta have it here on 4th down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. The Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs. And the quarterback will just drop to a knee. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end, you need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
You can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up, and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports.